Welcome to the Unmasked Indian. We brings you an independent investigation. What follows is analysis drawn from records, reports and evidence in the public domain. Our purpose is simple: to question, to dig deeper and to unmask the truth. Today, we are diving deep into the Dharmasthala case. 32 criminal cases, a sudden deportation, a voluntary confession in court, and weapons recovered from so-called activist home. The Dharmasthala case is no longer just a local headline. It has become one of the most dangerous, unpredictable investigations in recent times. But in the storm of accusations and counter-accusations, the people are left asking what is real and what is being planted. Tonight, we dig into the details. Activist or accused? The SIT has issued notices to 11 people, including close supporters of Mahesh Shetty Timarodi. The allegation is funding networks and conspiracy. But supporters of Timarodi tell a very different story. They claim these notices are simply a tool to silence his voice and dismantle his activism. So, the bigger question that people whisper is this: are the authorities uncovering a secret network, or are they concerning a man who raised uncomfortable truth? The weapons mystery. During the SIT raid, lethal weapons and an air gun were recovered from Timarodi's home. Police say that this is damning evidence and they have already filed a case under the Arms Act. But from the other side, voices insist the air gun was nothing more than a sporting item, and the other so-called weapons are being blown out of proportion. That leaves an unsettling doubt. Was this a genuine discovery or a staged recovery to criminalize him? And the deportation order. Then came the very dramatic step. Assistant Commissioner Stella Varghese signed an order to deport Mahesh Shetty Timarodi out of Dakshina Kannada. For 1 year, he must stay in Manvi Taluk of Raichur. And the official reason? It's so funny. 32 criminal cases already registered against him. Authorities argue this is necessary to protect law and order. But people are asking why now? If 32 cases were already there, why was action delayed until this very moment? Was this deportation about peace and safety or about silencing a man at a critical time? The confession of Chinnaya. The next twist came from the courtroom itself. Govinda Chinnaya stood before the court and gave a voluntary confession under Section 183. His words, sources say, have given the SIT new leads. But even here, fear lurks in the shadows. Chinnaya's wife has openly said she fears for her life. In response to this, Home Minister Dr. G. Parameswara promised protection if necessary. So, what did Chinnaya really confess? Why did he choose this moment? And who does his wife believe is powerful enough to threaten her life? These are all questions to be shouted openly. The SIT strategy and public confusion. Right now, the SIT is working on all fronts, such as tracing money transfers in Chinnaya and his wife's accounts, pursuing Arms Act violations tied to the raid, questioning supporters accused of funding. But the public remains caught in the confusion. Some see Timarodi as a victim of political targeting. Others see him as a habitual offender finally being cornered. And many ordinary citizens admit that they simply do not know what to believe anymore. So the big question is here. Where does this leave us? A deported activist? Or a confession in a court? Weapons recovered from a house? And the SIT digging from very ankle? Is the investigation finally closing in on the truth or not? Or is the truth itself being buried under the layers of politics, fear, and silence? We don't just report the news, we rip off the mask. The Dharmasthala case is reaching a breaking point, and the next revelation should shake Dakshina Kannada like never before. This was the Unmasked Indian, where every report is an independent investigation. We dig, we question, and we unmask. The case isn't over yet, and neither is the truth. Stay tuned.